Most people think that this item just doesn't sell anymore, but that's actually not true. Buyers are still paying, just not for every version. And if you grab the wrong one, it's basically worthless. Let me show you the exact versions buyers are paying more for and the ones they're skipping completely. Any old coffee grinder, you might look up this Hamilton Beach coffee grinder. It's black, electric blade, 12 cup capacity. And it sold for $10 plus shipping. And you might be like, you know what? There is no money in coffee grinders. But let me show you, my friends, that is not the truth. This antique 1905 wall mount cast iron Brighton Premier coffee grinder, this was restored. It sold for $200 with free shipping. This is truly a piece of history. And I've actually seen these IRL at a local flea market here in Los Angeles. This vintage seller literally was selling, I think, like 20 of them for $10 each. And I was thinking, I don't think he knows what he has here. So let's read about it. This listing is for an antique 1905 wall mount cast iron Brighton Premier coffee grinder. The antique coffee grinder is a vintage cast iron piece from March 28th, 1905, complete with all its original working parts. How cool is that? It features a cast iron grinding mechanism, clear glass reservoirs for both whole beans and ground coffee. The top glass hopper is embossed with the name Premier. This sold for $200 with free shipping, friends. This is the coolest. I just love looking at these pieces because it's just like going back in time from 1905 and sold for $200. 100 PC stick immersion hand blender that sold for $19.99 plus shipping. And you might be thinking, you know what? These immersion blenders are not worth much. But nay, friend, let me show you some that are worth a lot. Immersion blender in the color black sold for $115 plus shipping, or you could do free local pickup. And this one sold as a buy it now or best offer. And it says item is used, but it's in very good condition. So branding does matter. And you know, sometimes some brands make better quality, sometimes they don't. You know how that goes. But I do know Vitamix. I've owned a Vitamix for like a decade. It is very good. It could literally last you a lifetime. And it tells you all the dimensions, the speeds. So it's gently used. If you ever see Vitamix, they're very expensive retail and they hold their value on the resale market. This sold for $115 with free shipping. No value in pre-owned bread makers. This Kitchen Pro Regal bread maker machine model K6761 tested and working sold for $26.23. But let me show you one that sold for over $100 pre-owned. Bread machine BB CE-C20 Home Bakery Supreme Bread Maker Black. These titles crack me up, but I know a lot of you like the specific names to be read out because sometimes you're not looking at the screen, so I'll keep reading them, but some of them maximize the 80 characters that eBay gives you. This sold for $205 plus shipping. So I hope by now this video is kind of opening your eyes to like not ruling out just one category of items and saying there's no value in them, because sometimes this specific item matters, the brand, different features of what an item might do. Like one immersion blender might have way more value than the other, and they might look like they can do the same things, but maybe they don't. Or maybe it's just branding. So that's why I hope these videos are helpful. This one has 10 different settings and programs. It can make up to 2-pound loaves. Wow. Fun fact, I've never used a bread maker, and I actually grew up making a lot of bread with my mom and my grandma, but we always just did it. I don't know if it's old fashioned or because I think bread makers have been around a while, but like we just, you know, my mom would get the flour and we would be kneading it and we would let it sit for a couple hours, you know, that whole way of bread. Like, but I've never actually used a bread maker machine. So if any of you have used them or you still have one, let me know. Is it worth getting one? Because I actually still do make, I'm not a sourdough connoisseur. I don't make sourdough or anything, but my son and I have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. The 5-year-old and I, we like to make homemade pizzas. And I'm wondering, like, should I get a bread maker to make different types of breads? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. There's no way that a vacuum power cord can sell for more than $10. You might be wrong, my friend. But this genuine Dyson DC40, DC41 vacuum power cord sold for $6 plus shipping. And let me show you one. By the way, it says this one is not working, but then when you read the description, it says it is working. Let me show you one that sold for over $50 just for the vacuum power cord. Vac Mop Vacuum Charger. This is a long title. I'm not going to read that one, but this one sold for $70. And this sold as a buy it now plus shipping. So it just depends on the brand and who needs what. They needed this cord for their vacuum, and that sold for $70. It says it's pre-owned, very good condition, it works, and it's the charging cord only. And this sold for $70 plus shipping. Chef Meat Cleaver Knife with wooden handle sold for $16 plus shipping. And you might think, ooh, these must not sell for that much. But man, oh man, friends, I'm about to show you some that sell for quite a bit, and some can sell for hundreds of dollars. Let me show you. Antique old butcher meat cleaver chopper horse shape knife sold for $135, buy it now price plus shipping. And this one was located all the way in India. How cool is this? I've never seen a meat cleaver in the shape of a horse before. They have the measurements there. It's expertly crafted with a passion for tradition. I was wondering if they I'm always looking for the decade it came from because it looks very old. Let's see. As a testament to its quality, this handmade knife features a design that reflects the craftsmanship of a bygone era, ideal for enthusiasts of antique style. I love it. I love those descriptions. So $135, friends, plus shipping all the way from India. It says, due to U.S. Customs policy, the buyer of this item will need to pay import fees. Yes, yes, the good old import fees. So $135 plus shipping for this antique old butcher meat cleaver. You might think there's no money in these older TVs, but that is not true, my friend. This listing had one photo of this Panasonic vintage retro manual dial television, and it sold for $110 plus shipping. I don't know how they shipped this. Oh, I was like, how did they ship this for only $8? I'm in Los Angeles, they're in San Diego, but still, I would think it would cost more to ship that. Those can be very heavy. I was looking to see if it says if it's working or not. It's sought after, bygone era, collectible. It's not on. It doesn't say whether or not it's working. So usually when they don't say, you should just assume it's not working. But this sold for $110 for buy it now plus shipping. Let me show you one that sold for even more than that. The Magnavox 19-inch TV with RCA hookup retro gaming tested, and you can see all the games. Oh my goodness. I've not seen one of these in so long. This sold for $199 plus shipping, and these are heavy, friends. So I'm in California. This TV's in Michigan. It says it would cost $100 to ship, and this sold as a buy it now, $200 plus shipping. And you might think, oh, it must be difficult to ship something like that. It really isn't. You just gotta pad it up really well. It's very heavy. So if I were to ever sell this, I would make the buyer pay for the shipping. But I have sold these older TVs. I just do local pickup. It looks like this seller did offer free local pickup or shipping. and it sold for $200. Some of you might just have these TVs like lying around in your basement. You probably just thought, I'm just going to trash that. That's not worth anything, especially if it's working. It's worth a lot more, but a lot of people even sell them for parts. But if you have it and it's in working condition, $200 plus shipping. How cool is that?